Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I wanted to make a small, short video here and talk about something that, um, one of the things that dealing with men's issues, and this particular one is why men lose themselves, and how do we find our way back? Um, Most of the time, we don't really lose ourselves in, you know, all at once. It's not like something just, one day we wake up and we go, oh no, we don't know, we don't know who we are. It really happens in a bunch of small trade-offs, kind of like death by a thousand cuts. There's the things we do, like a little more responsibility we have to take on, a little less time for ourselves because everyone else is pulling at us jobs, kind of taking us in directions that we don't want to go, but we have to. We have multiple times that maybe we have dreams or things that we want to do, that we put on the shelf for later, and later never comes. At least it doesn't come anytime soon. And then before you realize it, you wake up one day and you go, I'm really living a life that I didn't really consciously pick. I didn't choose this life. It's just sort of defaulted. It's like being on a little rowboat and you're going down the stream and you don't have any oars, and so you just end up going wherever the current takes you. Well, I'm 72 right now, so what I've seen, in myself, because this happened to me, um, that, and the men that I've talked to and supported, to help them find kind of what their direction is, what have they lost. I found that we become who everyone needs us to be, the guy that you know everyone relies on, and then one day we don't really recognize, the man in the mirror. We look in the mirror and I'm like, who is this guy? How did I get here? So, how do you find your way back? That's a big question because we don't know how you got here. Well, it kind of starts with one pretty brutal question. That's honesty with yourself. But it's what part of me did I abandon to keep the peace, pay the bills, be the good guy, the one everyone wants, everyone needs, relies on, the one everyone expected me to be. And then once you can name that peace, you can have that dream, that strength, that voice that you were, hiding from yourself for a long time, you can start walking toward that again, or those things. And it's not going to be some giant, life overhaul where you're going to end your marriage and abandon your kids or anything like that. But it really starts with small, intentional steps towards the things that made you feel alive. It could have been those dreams, some dreams that you wanted, some things you wanted to do. Um, and I found that men don't need, you don't have to go out and find a new identity. What you need to do is find the one you left behind, the one that you left years ago that was you, but you decided that to put everything on the back burner and be somebody else. So it's never too late to do that. It's just that, sometimes some of the men I've talked to, they find themselves in their 40s, 50s, 70s, like I did. Um, it's what matters is not that it's going to be hard for you to do that. It's going to be hard to kind of go back and figure out all those things. The thing is that what you need to do is start. You have to start. You have to start thinking about what dreams did I put away? Did I give up on? What things did I want to do? So once you can answer that question, like what did I put away? What did I hide from myself? What did I put off that I can't do, that I didn't do, and I should be thinking about? Then you can start your way back. That'll be the first step. And so it's kind of like I always say, if you woke up breathing this morning, you can make that change. You can get back to the man you lost. You can re-find him. He's out there. So that's it for right now. I'll have more thoughts on some other ones later, but right now, I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you.